How will we intro this? Well, that's a good question that my pal Michael just said.
Alright, so episode 2
Of the group of 2. We are the group of 2.
We're called the fourth wall.
It's the group of 2.
It's the group of 2 in the fourth wall.
Yes.
Alright, so now we're going to talk about our top 10 favourite films. Now, this will be our personal films.
Yes.
Our personal favourites.
Personal picks.
How do you want to do this? Like, you go 10 to 6, and then I go 10 to 6.
Just go 1 each.
1 each, yeah? We'll do that.
We'll do 1 each.
From 10 to 1.
Yeah, 1 to 10. Oh, that's sense.
I mean, we'll go 1 last, because it's our favourite, you know. You don't want to go, like, 1 first, and then...
I don't do this in order, I just write the list.
Oh,
So I have my list with me, I just wrote them down.
you can just do it in random order then, if you want.
Yeah.
And I can do it by rank.
Yeah, so 10 films. A lot of these films for me, I pick on the basis of like, I love these films, but for the main reason that they're there, it's because I love this film more because of the cinematography that I've seen it, or I like the writing in this film than any other that I've seen, and so on and so forth.
So you
Like
just
the
like
subject
one
matter.
aspect.
So like the main aspect that gives it, like the story and all that is good, the acting, great.
Yeah.
Like this one aspect that just fucking holds
Yeah,
it together.
yeah. And I mean,
It's
there's
just-
also films where, on my list, where it's, like, personal to me.
Yeah.
Like something just connects with me
Yeah.
through it. So, I mean, I've got like 5 that always stay there.
Alright, this is typical of any fucking person in the world. One for me, or one of the films for
Or
me.
one of the films, yeah.
If people are gonna like go, it's Pulp Fiction. I watched it when I was young, and it's just the storytelling and the writing is fucking. I still love it to the day.
Yeah. I mean, you
Like-
can't go wrong.
Nah, like
You can't
it's-
go wrong with it.
I know it's just that typical film student.
Yeah, every
But,
film,
like-
every film loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The writing and fucking there's plenty of good writing.
It's like the first film I ever watched that was
And-
non-linear.
yeah, same.
Like,
From I remember, and that's why I still loved it. It's like
yeah,
3 different stories all connecting together,
yeah,
non-linear, and
Yeah.
the writing is actually like it's conversations you can kind
yeah,
of engage
Yeah.
with and fucking agree, because I still love the restaurant scene where it's just like, why doesn't anyone ever rob restaurants? I'm like, I should rob a restaurant.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like,
Tim Roth was
Yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
It's so true on a psychopathic level,
Yeah.
you know.
and like it's typical, but it just fucking I love it. I love it.
Plus, it's his second
Film.
film.
And he's like 4th script.
Yeah, yeah. And he did Reservoir before that,
Yeah.
but like, that's such a small film compared to this film, as well. On a scope, you know, because Reservoir's just in a cafe at one point,
Mm.
and then in the car, and then in the warehouse,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it. Apart from the flashbacks, but
Yeah.
with Pulp Fiction,
Yeah. No.
like everything, like the acting as well. That was John Travolta's comeback
and
for a short period
yeah,
of time.
like
You know?
Battlefield F came about a couple of years later. Like, what have you done?
But like before
And then
that,
Face Off, and it's like, okay, you're right. You're
no,
right.
but that was after Face Off. Face Off was like 94.
What was 96?
No,
Oh, like late
oh, was
90s.
it? Oh, I thought Face Off was right before Pulp Fiction.
97.
Oh, okay. And Pulp Fiction was 94.
Yeah.
Okay. And Battlefield was 01?
2000.
2000.
Oh, okay. It was after. So that's probably why I haven't heard it in 15 years.
But before Pulp Fiction, what did he do? Grease?
Well, he was
Saturday
big in the
Night Fever.
70s, like with those, and what's that? He did that workout film with Jamie Lee Curtis. I can't remember.
And he did Look Who's Talking as well.
He did,
With Bruce Willis and
because like in the I can
he was
think
just
of
a
90s films.
family man. And then he turns into this, and it's like So
Yeah.
unexpected.
Yeah,
You
I just no, just the writing I enjoy, and it's one of the first films. Or the first film I remember had like non-linear storytelling. I'm like, what the hell just
Yeah.
fucking happened?
Yeah.
I'm confused here.
Yeah.
What day is it?
And people die in it as well.
Yes. One of the first films that just like the writing aspect of it just gets me. It's just like trying to write conversations now. They're just like fluid and natural. Is
Yeah.
what I want to do.
Yeah. In that car scene when they're talking about a Royale with cheese.
Yeah. They're just like literally
It's-
talking shit, but it just sort of makes sense because that's what you would do in real life.
Because they're
you
going
just
from
talk shit
they're
like
going
we
from-
are in this podcast right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Because they're going from one place to another to find out information about the whereabouts of the briefcase.
And the royal cheese comes up in the
Yeah.
next scene.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And because they're bored
yeah.
during it all,
Yeah,
so they just talk crap and all
Exactly.
that, you know?
that's me.
Yeah.
Pulp Perfection.
Interesting. Alright. So my number 10 is going to be an interesting one because I don't know if you like it as much as I do. I mean, clearly not. No. It is The Revenant
Okay.
with Leonardo
Yeah,
DiCaprio
yeah, no, Leonardo.
and Tom Hardy.
Okay.
Like that film, it's all natural lighting.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
I like natural lighting.
It's like they didn't do anything about post lighting.
And I do enjoy like all the. Sometimes close-ups annoy me that for that film, it actually looked good.
Yeah,
Like when you like really close up into the face, you're just like, well, you know.
yeah.
But like that was like the intense moments. Of like,
And the score just, oh, I love the score as well.
yeah, no, that's good.
And the story of like, it's a real story. It's a true
Yeah.
story.
I'm still surprised he got like bucked up by a bear and shot and just left. And
I don't know how true it is, or if it's just based on the character of him going back home, you know. But the story of one person, it's like a story of a human never giving up and persevering.
Yes.
That's what connects
No, it's-
me
yeah.
to it. Because he goes through all that shit,
That happens a lot.
you know.
But you know, each to their own.
But like, with the cinematography, with the natural lighting,
Cinematography was beautiful for sure,
it's just all natural lighting.
and I do love films that are shot on location.
Yeah, for sure.
I do like
You
'cause
capture, you capturing it.
It's
It's natural.
It feels more real.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes when people get into method acting and filming on location, the film starts to become a documentary sort of because it's more real than just
Yeah,
a
because you're
film being
living
like,
the character.
Yeah,
You're not just a person pretending to be the character.
yeah.
You
Actually
know?
living it, so it's like yeah.
And he won the
yeah.
Oscar for it as well.
Yeah, finally.
But Tom Hardy in that film, like, he's the best villain.
He's good at grunting too. Tom Hardy is the grunter. I want a film of just Tom Hardy going.
Oh, but
He just
yeah,
has to grunt.
that story.
Imagine if Tom Hardy was playing Leo's part, because it'd be perfect when the throat's kind of going. That's all Tom does.
But it would be interesting to see Leo as Tom's part, because I don't think Leo's ever played a bad villain. He's always been the hero, in a way.
I'm sure he has. Oh well, Django.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, never mind then. Never mind.
What I just said goes right out the window. I apologise for my inconvenience.
Yeah, so Revenant is number 10
Yeah,
for,
no,
the,
that's alright.
for the story.
That's a good film. And just so our folks know that Michael's list just change every time he sees a new film that he
Yeah.
enjoys. So if he does see Call Me By Your Name next week, The Revenant will be out and Call Me By Your Name will be in.
Oh, mate, it's gonna happen. I just know it's gonna happen.
Alright, my
Alright,
next film.
this will be interesting. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna guess a horror film.
No,
No,
it's a comedy.
comedy.
We both like it.
Okay.
That is not Airplane. It's not.
Okay.
That's a masterpiece.
that,
It's
should be
something.
that should be number one for both.
I fucking should actually. Can we change our list right now?
right now.
Yeah.
A comedy that we both like.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I
fucking perfect.
I can't
Well, I grew
argue.
up with Life of Brian, but like Holy Grail, it's actually a tie. It's like Life of Brian or Holy Grail. Monty Python.
I
Is
love
just
Life of
perfect to me.
Brian more than Holy Grail, but Holy Grail is a great film.
It's
comedy at its best.
I can't explain Monty Python. It's just they're perfect. To me, they are. I want a Monty Python tattoo. They're
great.
perfect to me. Holy meaning of life, brilliant. They fucking
show meaning of life.
So now I've just got the films running in my head, and every sketch and the TV show and
mate.
like Live at the Hollywood Bowl is just going through my head.
Those, like you talk, like you hear about the stories that they did, about all sitting in one room, talking about the sketches and what works, and they test stuff out. Those would be the golden days.
Yeah.
Imagine being a fly on the wall in that room.
Fly on the wall. They'd probably fucking squat me or turn me into a sketch.
But those guys are great at what they do.
Yeah, I had to put Monty Python in my list because Monty Python are everything to me. Everything. I fucked that up.
I don't know how.
But it's just like Monty Python can. If I'm feeling sad and depressed, if I watch Monty Python, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm fucking.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
I just have to watch the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
That they did.
Ah, fantastic.
That's amazing. It's amazing. It's just pure comedy. Without the it's just very witty as well.
Yeah, it's witty, and I like every time I've seen John Cleese twice, and the second time I saw him was with Eric Idle, and he always says just like the way we wanted to do was we just wanted to be silly. And that's literally what it's like when you watch that TV show. It's just, what the fuck is this?
I went to see a live show with John Cleese. It was like an interview with John Cleese, and he goes on stage and he just talks to the other person for an hour.
Okay.
Talks about his story. In Melbourne. It was like, I want to say 6 years ago.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah.
So I remember he came down by himself and he just talked about his life. And
yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, I didn't see him for another interview.
But like the stuff that he told us was like,
yeah, and just
going from a sketch show
to a
movie,
and I love how they got like all the religious people, all the shit they went through after the Life of Brian, all the religious communities like banning him, saying it's banned.
Right?
Like, no, it's not about Christ. It's about the guy that grew up next to Christ, who was born next door.
Oh, the opening scene of that film of Life of Brian, with the three wise men walking, and you think it's going to Jesus, and they go, what do they say? They say like, do they point him to Brian, or do they just walk past Jesus?
No, they just walk past Jesus.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you see them just ride past, and you think they're going to there, but then they walk into the little house stable, and then Terry Jones playing the best woman.
Oh, he's
a great cross-dresser. Oh. They're all good cross-dressers, actually. They're very good. Well, John Cleese, I don't know, because he's like 7'8".
I don't think he's ever done a woman.
Yeah.
Has he?
In one of the sketches, he plays like Red Riding Hood.
Yes. Yep.
And he's just walking through the woods. Yep. It's fucking brilliant.
Brilliant.
But yeah, it was either Holy Grail or Life of Brian. Either two.
Holy Grail was great.
Like the White Rabbit.
It's what?
No, to say me shrubbery. Like they want a shrubbery.
It's probably
the fucking
third best spoof film, apart from Spaceballs and Airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Holy Grail is great.
And it's like, it's just perfect. And the violence inherited in the system. Fucking brilliant.
Comedy's so different nowadays. Because it's all about the cheap jokes and
Yeah, fuck 'em.
and the
Yeah, all that
youth appeal as well.
Exactly.
There's never adult comedy anymore. You know?
There's no thinking comedy. There's
No.
no such thing.
No. Because you think about Abbott and Costello,
Laurel and
Marx-
Hardy. Well,
Mar-
Laurel and Hardy, Mark.
Marx Brothers.
Well,
Like they were the next big thing after those guys back in the 40s and all that. Like, I can't think of anything else in the 50s or 60s.
I got some, but I'm blank at the moment
Mm.
with comedy duos. There's Laurel and Hardy. They were good. Abbott and Costello just perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
Three Stooges were like, that was silly, dumb fun.
Yeah, that was like the child.
They were child humour.
You know.
What was the other one you said?
Marx Brothers.
Marx Brothers. They were
witty.
They were witty and had adult humour too.
Yeah.
So they were like both ends. And
then, Monty Python.
Chaplin.
Yeah, but he was like 30s or so. Or
Yeah.
20s, you know.
And
he was great.
He was up
you know.
against Buster Keaton.
Buster Keaton, yeah. Those two were like the icons of their time. Alright, so number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9 is probably one of the best films ever. Like, hands down.
Is this your opinion or
No,
Google's
like,
opinion?
Objectively, with the acting and the directing and all that.
Gone with the Wind?
No.
Godfather?
Yes.
Oh, Godfather! Okay.
The Godfather.
Yeah, fucking perfect. Drama, characters.
If you want to watch a showcase of acting from every actor, you know, just watch that film and part 2.
It does have everything. That's the thing why... That's the reason why I don't think Dunkirk... Because films like this that have like every aspect that's to its full potential, Dunkirk doesn't have that.
Yeah, that's...
Because it's got the characters, it's not a lot of like... You know it's a war film, so you know it's going to be intenseful.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's going to be intense, but like... That's why, you know...
Yeah, that's true.
You always look for every aspect.
But I mean, that's only
the character
2 hours
development.
long. Dunkirk.
Oh,
this is
okay,
like,
so if it was
this
3
is
hours...
like 5 days long.
The extended editions, all 3 parts.
But I mean, like, The Godfather, when it comes to subtlety in acting.
Yeah, subtlety.
Like the restaurant scene with Al Pacino, when he has to shoot down the
fucking good scene.
The 2 guys.
Yeah, the dinner table.
Yeah,
he's got the gun in the toilet.
And he goes to the bathroom and he comes back and you just see it in his eyes and the music intensifies.
Yeah, no, that is a perfect film.
No, not the music. The train. The train gets louder as the voice goes lower. And just
it does. Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, no, I'll agree because Godfather's fucking brilliant.
And won Best Picture. Brando won for it as well.
I think it won a lot of awards. Screenplay.
Yeah, I think so.
Not
was
it adapted screenplay or
adapted.
Yeah,
it was a book first. I have to read the book because I haven't read the book.
So okay.
All right, what's your third
what am I gonna pick?
film or 8th film or
whatever? I'm gonna pick The Goonies. Because when I was young, that was a childhood favourite.
Interesting.
And I've always wanted
Not a big fan.
No! And
sorry.
Your shit.
I mean, it's
Don't
good,
you like...
But...
I forgot his name. What a brain fart.
Who?
Not Sean Astin, but don't you like Sean Astin?
He's in it. He's great.
Don't you like Samwise Gamgee? What's his name?
He's good.
Josh Brolin.
Yes.
Yeah. Josh.
That's true.
No, I love it.
It's great.
I struggled with this list because I just watched too many fucking films.
You're not alone. Yeah.
So The Goonies, I just thought it was a childhood film. It's got the adventure, the action, the comedy. It's got a lot of aspects of what makes a good film.
Yep.
I mean, if you don't want to get too involved with the editing and sound mixing and all that shit, it's just like... Just straightforward.
Just straightforward story.
He's like sort of a coming of age as well,
I
because
mean, it
they had
is.
to move.
It is.
They're moving house, and this is like the last adventure that they're
Yeah,
going to go on.
yeah.
And
It's about friendship
yeah,
first and foremost.
and I love it, enjoy it. It's a good adventure, and like when I watched it fucking 100 times on VHS when I was young, I always wanted to find some treasure map of some sort,
Yeah.
something of value
Yeah.
in the attic. But no, all I found was fucking spiders and dust.
But here's the thing, I like Stand By Me more than The Goonies.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good film.
I
Yeah.
compare them so much.
Compare the pair.
You know,
I mean, they both got trying to look for a dead person. I mean, there's
and it's just children. You know,
yeah, children looking for dead people. What's the thing with children and dead people?
But The Goonies is a good film.
Yeah,
Really good film.
I just did it because it's a childhood favourite. It's got a whole bunch of. It's a good, and it's also something good for like if you want to watch a pastime kind of film as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you, it's one of those films where you don't have to think too much.
Yeah,
you don't,
yeah.
like, visualize and all that shit. It's just like here's kids in caves and here's like all things they have to go through.
Yeah.
Obstacles and all that. It's
not a hard film to
no. It's just
study.
straightforward, good fun. No fucking brain teasers or whatever. It's just there and you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's good.
And that's why I enjoy it.
It's good. It's a good film.
Good film.
All right. So my number 8. This used to be in the top 5,
What? We've knocked it down.
but compared to the other films that I have,
Compare the pair.
is shut up. So my number 8 is a Daniel Day-Lewis classic, a one for the ages.
Oh, here we go.
There will be blood, my friends. There will be blood.
And was there blood? Yes, a trickle of blood right at the end. You saw it from a distance.
Oh, that film. I'm so glad he won the Oscar for it. Because it's so unlike him. And like the story...
Yeah, that's good.
And it's an original film as well.
Yeah, it's an original
Like,
story.
there's no book.
And I love how there's like the first words you hear from Daniel Plainville is like, I'm an oil... What is it? My name's Daniel and I'm an oil farmer or something.
Yeah, and he's come across town. And,
it's just like the first 10 minutes are just fucking silent and he's digging up oil. And the first thing you hear from him is like, I am an oil. I am oil. And it's just like, that's just the whole setup for the film. And that's all he cares about too.
Daniel Day-Lewis actually improvised
a lot of it.
Most of that.
Because that's
speech.
Yeah. He improvises a lot.
Because he's got his character.
His life. That's why he's a recluse.
But
he's a good...
Like Paul Dano.
I love Paul Dano.
Like he's on par.
Yeah.
With Lewis.
Even though that scene in the church is one of the most intense scenes in the past fucking years.
I abandoned my son.
I
abandoned my son.
That, like...
child. Sorry, not son.
Yeah.
Child.
Them two just fighting out. It's like a battle of who's the better actor because it's fucking intense.
Because Paul Dano plays twins, right?
Yeah.
But with Eli Sunday, the priest, he's a lunatic. He goes off his knockers.
And that's what good priests should
do.
Get
this demon out of here. But yeah, he's...
Yeah, no, and once it ends, I mean, like, for the first half of the film, Daniel is a very good, he's very good at being subtly evil.
Yeah.
Like, as, like, the last hour comes up, you see his fucking evilness, but, like... But, like, before that, he's very subtle about it. He thinks, like, he's just a simple oil farmer just trying to make a living and all that, but it slowly starts to creep out that he's a bit of a cunt.
And like it's that tipping point near the end when he's talking to his brother.
Yeah.
The guy who's pretending to be his brother.
Yeah.
You know, Henry.
Mm-hmm.
And in there by the campfire, and he says, he says something like, "I want to get away from all these people." And he hates people. He just hates people.
Yeah.
He hates.
He wants to be alone, and he gets that at the end. It's like, what was it like? Citizen Kane at the end.
Yeah.
He's just like, well, he doesn't want to be alone.
No, but he's just given
Sort
up
of,
on
yeah.
people in a way.
Yeah.
And then he says at the end to his son, spoiler alert for these films, by the way. we should have said something.
All my films are before 2000. If you haven't seen them, fuck off.
But the scene when he's confronted by his adult son, or his bastard son,
Yeah.
and he just says, "You're a bastard in a basket."
Bastard in a basket. That's a great line. Bastard in a basket.
Yeah.
Basket case.
And he just says it as he walks out, and he's deaf as well. The son.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't even hear. He doesn't even hear the guy, Daniel Plainview, because he's walking away, so he doesn't even hear the guy. But he keeps saying,
you can't even read the lips. So
No,
it's like,
no.
yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, no, that's a good choice. I like that film.
but
Very
like
nice.
that bit where he's yelling at his son as he's walking away, that just symbolises Daniel Plainview, where he's sending a message to say that he's right in his own words,
Yeah.
but the people aren't listening to him, in a way, and his message never gets across. But he won't give up on that message
Yeah.
because he believes that he's right. It's just beautiful writing.
Exactly. That's good.
All right, what's your
Fourth?
third, fourth?
Fourth film. Alright, this is another childhood favourite. It's actually a Disney film.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Beauty and Beast,
Nah.
Aladdin. Is it
Uh,
Disney?
Yeah, it's a Disney.
Oh no, you just said that. I was thinking of Pixar.
This resonates with me.
Is it Pixar?
Nah, this
Like,
is Disney.
it's classic.
This is classic Disney.
Pinocchio.
No.
No.
Same sort of storyline though.
Snow White.
No. Same sort of storyline as Pinocchio.
About a boy.
No, not the Hugh Grant film.
Oh, that's a good film.
That's right. Dumbo.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Yeah. No, I fucking love Dumbo to bits. Dumbo is like my ultimate Disney film. And
Dumbo is great.
back when I was young, I had big ears. Everyone called me either Dumbo or Alf. Don't you laugh, you fuck. I'm getting like Vietnam flashbacks of like childhood. Dumbo! Nah, Dumbo, because I resonate with that. The big ears and it was like Outcast. And plus it's just a beautiful, like old Disney, fucking stunning. Perfect.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful film.
it's...
They're going to do a remake of it though.
And we won't talk about remakes.
And
We won't curse this episode with remake.
and I'm so scared that they're going to stuff it up.
They will. It's...
Dumbo's great.
What can I say with that?
I haven't seen it in years
Yeah.
because I don't own the Disney films,
No, you should.
like any of them. I really should.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But no, Dumbo reminds me of my former life.
Yeah.
My younger years of being outcast, having like one friend being people saying big ears and all that.
Yeah. Yep.
And the story resonates with me, and even just the story is brilliant. Just one outcast going on an adventure
Yeah.
and
And it's about like
being accepted.
some like it can be about a person who, well, it's not a person, but it's an animal. But
Sort of like the elephant
you can
man.
reflect it. you can reflect it where
No monster. I'm an
one
elephant.
one person has this bad side, not bad side, but people think it's a bad side with the
Yeah.
ears, right?
Mm.
But he can fly,
Yeah,
so it's like a good thing out of a bad thing,
exactly.
you know?
And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if those crows resemble black people and race. Oh, fuck off.
I mean, it's a different time back then.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the 50s. Racism was big. That's
Racism
right.
was big. It wasn't right,
But,
what
like-
they said, but it was big.
I mean, they had a pretty good song, so what are you doing? What are you doing? And the fucking pink elephants on parade. I want that as a tattoo. I want Monty Python as a tattoo and pink elephants on parade. I want that as a tattoo.
You'd be like an
I am.
an
I will be.
illustration.
I will be. Trust me. I
Not
want
bad.
that, and that like sort of freaked me out. Too. That freaked a lot of people out. Like
Oh,
Dumbo
yeah.
got drunk, and then these.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, for sure.
brilliant. I love that, and Just even just old school animation where it's all hand drawn.
Yep.
That's another reason
Yep.
why it's that fucking good because it's
It's
all
great.
hand drawn.
All those films, though.
Yeah, all of them. Like
Before Toy Story.
I remember like seeing the ending of Snow White and just a big battle like the
Yeah.
witch
Yeah.
and it's just
yeah,
like black
Yep.
and the green lightning or whatever and,
Yep.
and the tree the dragon.
That's like Fantasia, where everything's hand drawn.
That was just masterpiece.
That was on my honorable mentions. Fantasia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, the 2001.
Oh,
Not the original.
fuck off. Why? Because it got Steve Martin in the
Yep.
2000s.
Yep. Oh.
This next segment is called Planes, Trains, and Steamboats.
Alright, so my number 7 is a film that we both love, and every film lover should watch this for character, writing, and story as well.
But mostly character and writing.
Yep.
So
12 Angry Men.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Great film.
Fucking masterpiece. I watched that.
It didn't win. It didn't win Best Picture. I don't think.
No.
I don't think so. And Henry Fonda didn't get nominated. And Lee J. Cobb, who plays number 3, who's like that antagonist.
Yeah. That's just brilliant writing.
It's just about racism. It's about being naive. About the world.
Yeah.
About revenge.
Bigots.
No,
and
it's just set in one
Yeah.
effing room.
One room. Godforsaken room.
It was a play first, but then they translated it into a film. But with 12 Angry Men, you're telling me that one person disagrees with 11 people,
Yeah.
and by the end of the film, everyone agrees,
Yeah.
despite personal backlash or
Yeah.
personal revenge.
They start because at the start they pretty much want to get out of there, and when
because
they
you got
just-
that guy who's got the baseball tickets,
exactly,
and he just wants to get the F out there,
and
and he just says, "Okay, let's hurry up,"
get this over and done with,
Yeah.
and like change your mind, let's get this over.
But that's how
with.
people were back then.
Yeah,
Like they just didn't give a shit about another person's life.
exactly, especially because it was a Mexican kid.
Yeah, was it a Mexican or was it like
I'm pretty sure it was Mexican.
or was it like a half caste kid? I can't tell because it's black and white. I can't tell if it's Mexican. It looks
I think
Mexican.
it was Mexican.
It looks Mexican.
I think he had a little bit of a moustache. It's Mexican.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
But
Yeah,
and just because you're white in the 1950s, you're the white collar
Yeah.
sort of figure, and this little Mexican kid, and you've got like all the people's like stories, the old man, and everyone's saying like, I saw him do that, and all
But
that.
like, we don't watch the courtroom
Which
case.
is good.
We just get sucked into the
Yeah,
verdict,
and
it's
especially
like
when they like go through all the evidence, you don't need the courtroom.
no, because it's just doubling up.
Yeah,
It'll just be a waste of the courtroom.
Yeah, and the film's already like 90 minutes. There's like
Yeah,
3 hours.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
that
for
film
sure.
that film's great.
100%.
All right, what's your
Uh,
next one?
What's my next
Which
one?
will be interesting because we've gone from a
I don't know
family
which
film
one just-
to a Disney film, from a comedy.
Yeah, I've got a bit of everything. Yeah.
That's good though. That's good.
You've probably seen it.
Probably have. I mean, I've seen a lot of films in my day and age.
I'm gonna say The Artist from 2011.
11. Yep. 2011.
I love silent films.
It won Best Actor as well.
Best Picture.
Did it win Best Picture?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
But I should probably like pick other silent films. I mean, fuck, I should have done Metropolis.
Oh yes.
Yeah, screw The Artist. I love The Artist. Honestly, I didn't think. It was hard to think.
You just
It
see the
made me think-
Moonlight La La Land
Yeah.
thing when they stuffed up.
When you say think of this and you don't think of
Think of
anything,
silent
I'm like,
films. Yeah.
Metropolis. The Artist, brilliant. I fucking love it because it was just it. Even though I'm not 106 and I didn't like watch silent films when I was young, I've seen a few. I love them all. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, Metropolis,
Yeah, Metropolis,
Birth of a Nation,
Modern Times,
Modern Times, like all the Chaplin films, all
Yeah,
that kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
stuff. Like I love them all, and the artist like brought back that beauty, that whole
black and
the
white.
feeling of
Yeah.
the silent films.
Because
and that's why I
that
love
was
it. It was
the-
fucking beautiful,
'cause-
brilliant, and I love the ending of it too, where I think John Goodman says to the guys like, "Want to go for another take?" And the only like word you hear from the actor saying is "digital,"
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
that's brilliant.
yeah, I love that. It was beautiful. When I watched it, I fell in love with the film.
Because before that,
But Metropolis, fucking
you
masterpiece.
talk about the opening scene.
Oh,
Like, is the opening scene with the people walking that way and the people walking this way?
yeah,
And it's different
it's just-
speeds.
yeah,
Because they're going home and then they're coming to work, and
Yeah.
so they're slow, and they're going fast because they want to go home.
yeah.
You know, and it's just it's
Like-
a wide shot. It's over the head.
This film was a masterpiece. Like the set design. What 1923? What is?
21.
Yeah, like Fritz Lang. I fucking love Fritz Lang. His work is brilliant. Like if anyone wants to see a brilliant film, M.
Yes. Is
And
that, what's his
Peter
name?
Lorre.
Oh, yes. Yep.
And that final scene where he just convinces the whole everyone, it's like I have evil.
Yes.
Fucking that's the best bit
That's
of
a-
acting.
Brilliant
Like
film.
fantastic.
I have to rewatch that. I haven't seen it in
But-
years.
Metropolis it's a fucking masterpiece.
That's great.
It just,
I didn't even think of that
how
film.
do you like?
I didn't even think of silent films
Yeah,
because I love silent films. But
but like, how do you explain a masterpiece to people?
it's just perfect in every way.
Like the set design. I mean, like the acting too. Like back in the
Oh, yeah.
day,
Yeah.
and like all the because it's a future science fiction film. Like all the electricity lights.
Yep.
That they did, like the special effects, especially for that time. It's just,
They didn't have anything back then.
yeah, and
They had a few cameras. They had a few lighting stuff.
yeah, and like back in those days, the camera was pretty much
It was like a.
it's like the set's like a stage. You got the three walls,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
camera's just there, like panning across.
Yeah. They couldn't afford
Ah.
CGI, green screen
No, nothing.
stuff. You know,
This and
it's just brilliant.
and this is why I love films of that era
It's just
because it just trumps over a lot of stuff nowadays because it's just so
it's so
technically
easy to make a
advanced
film.
from that time.
Yeah.
That these days with CGI you can't really get technically advanced. You can
No.
you get like another fucking freckle, or you can get the pores of someone.
Yeah.
But like,
But like, if you do something practically like Dunkirk, you're just improving the way you can do stuff.
yeah,
If you just rely on CGI,
Ah.
you're doing this like at the keyboard.
do we have a sound effect?
But like you're just doing
Keyboard.
that.
Caps lock is not good.
You're doing that, and that's not really helping
Yeah,
your skills.
no,
You know. But with Metropolis or
that's a thing podcast we can do.
CGI
CGI.
versus practical. Yeah.
That talk about that, and because some CGI is good. We talked about it in school, like in District 9, it works for some things.
Yeah, it's true.
Your next
So
one.
my next one is. Do you want to have a guess?
Does it have a colour?
Yep.
Food?
Yep.
An orange.
Yep.
An
Clockwork Orange. Clockwork
Oh.
Orange.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Great.
One of the greatest villains.
One of the
That you
greatest
actually enjoy watching.
anti-heroes villains. Yes.
Can't be an anti-hero. He's a fucking arsehole.
But you feel
He rapes
sympathy for him
people.
at the end.
Ha!
All the torture he went through and all that. You know.
I just love the scene where it's being made to watch the films and he just hears Beethoven. He's like, not the knife!
Yep.
No!
Yep.
And he's like, not the knife!
When I watched that film a few years ago for the first time, and I was blown away.
Yeah, no, me too. And
I
like, some of
was-
the camera angles, like the fisheye. I love how like you
Oh.
got the fisheye for the penis head too.
Oh.
That was that's brilliant. That's
Oh,
great.
that's great. But the whole thing where, like that iconic scene where he's singing in the rain.
Yep.
and he's just going off. And it's
Well-
all improvised. But the whole story of like there's not many films where it's a villain at the forefront.
Well, a villain becoming good too. Like,
Well,
sort
yeah.
of not changing. You know, like he says, "I'm back."
I was cured. He
Yeah.
says, but he means like if he gets married, he can have all the sex he wants.
Yeah.
Basically,
I mean, he's sort of still the same, but
you can tell in his voice.
yeah,
You know.
sort of like a character arc that like it goes back up to just
Yeah,
that slight bit.
yeah. But like,
Nah, Clockwork Orange. Yeah, true.
the whole opening.
That's the same with like Pulp Fiction. It's another school.
Yeah.
It's like Clockwork and Pulp.
But I mean, the whole opening with the close up of his face, and the camera just pans all the way back to a wide shot.
Yeah, well, Kubrick fucking master.
It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
With like, because I don't know many people out of that film
You can't.
besides Malcolm McDowell, who should have won Best Actor, in my opinion,
But-
for 1972.
7.
No, it came out in 71.
22. What was that say?
So it'll be 72 Oscars.
Yeah.
But
But then you know the film got flagged.
yeah, I mean it got nominated for Best Picture. But it didn't win because if it's
Flagged
flagged and all
yeah.
that, and it's R-rated and
So,
X-rated.
yeah.
It was X-rated at the start
Yeah.
whenever it was released.
Brilliant. Nah, fair enough.
It's great.
We
Great
could
film.
talk a lot about that film, but you know we don't have 16
Great
hours
film.
and
That's true.
I don't have an 80,000 word fucking thesis on Clockwork Orange because I'm sure a lot of people do.
All right, what's your next one? We're halfway through.
Yeah.
So what's your fifth
Number 6.
or sixth? Yes.
I'm up to 6.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Where are
like
you?
top 5, you know.
You want to see this?
Ooh,
This is
okay.
probably my second favorite film. Maybe I should do it last. No.
Okay, we'll just say that later.
I'll let you think. No, I think you've seen this. It's called Harold and Maude.
Yep, I've seen it.
Ah, thank God.
Seen it once.
Ah, good. I've
Um,
seen it.
About the young boy. Well, not a young boy, but a young man.
The
you know.
young man and his
And
mother
his-
tries to get him dates, and
Yes.
he always fakes his death, which is fucking
Yes.
brilliant. That's me all over.
And then he falls in love with this old lady.
who loves going to funerals and drives a hearse. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
No, wait, he drives a hearse.
No.
She steals the hearse.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
She steals everything.
Um,
She just doesn't care because she's in her later years and she's like, fuck it.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I think that's one of my favourite love stories. I'm not gonna lie.
If you talk about love stories, you have to mention that. You have to mention, what's
Love Actually, brilliant masterpiece.
no, what's Carol with Kate Blanchett and Rooney Mara. But you have to mention Harold and Maude if you mention romance,
Yeah,
because it's just about
it's about two
falling in love.
outcasts falling in love.
yeah.
And the soundtrack's brilliant. It's Cat Stevens' soundtrack over that is just
Oh, mate.
perfect.
He's great.
I do
He's
love my
brilliant.
cat. I was very disappointed I missed him. He came out and I was like,
Yep.
Cat Stevens? Oh, fuck, that was
My
last
mum's a
week.
big fan of him. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Harold and Maude is just a great film about two outcasts. And I connect with Harold a lot. I like the morbid side very much. And yeah, I've struggled to find a woman. I'm single, ladies.
There's two episodes in, and you're already
I'm
promoting yourself.
promoting myself. I am currently not on Tinder, but I can be if you just email me.
It's like a Match.com.
Yeah.
But great film.
I love how we say the same time. It's happened a few times as well.
Yeah, no, it's a party of two.
But
What are we? The Wall of Two? What are we?
the group
Group
of
of two.
the group of two.
Oh no, great film.
Nice. I love
Great
it.
film.
I love it. I can watch that over. And
I really wish there was more romance films about just unknown people. And it's not like
it's
it's
like
and-
that because normally it's just a girl struggling at work and then she sees the guy.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I mean, that's why I really want to see Call Me by Name, because it's two guys in this situation and they
Yeah.
just fall in love.
Yeah.
It's not forced. It's not
it's natural.
It's like Moonlight as well.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
So my number 5 film is The Dark Knights,
Saw that.
ladies and gentlemen. Or because you saw it.
Saw that.
I saw this in gold class.
Jack Nicholson's very
Oh,
joking. Nah.
how dare you!
Yeah.
I saw this in gold class when it came out, and I left the film wanting to act. Like this was the
so
film
this made you want to act.
made me want to act.
Is that why you always do the Joker voice?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Pretty much.
I understand.
Pretty much. Like Heath Ledger before this was that romance leading guy.
Yeah.
If it was Brokeback or 10 Things I Hate About You,
yeah, he was a romantic lead,
or
sort of
A Knight's Tale.
Yeah. He
That,
was in The Brothers Grimm, but
yeah, and Ned Kelly as well.
Ned Kelly, Two Hands. I fucking love Two Hands. It's a great film.
Yes,
That was a good film.
yes.
Good Aussie film.
But then
no, Dark Knight was a complete change.
he just
180.
Yeah,
and
because at the time people thought,
I mean, because
who's Heath Ledger?
I mean,
why is he doing the Joker?
he's good. Well, people like that.
Huh?
Well, people like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people didn't like his. Not after they saw it, but before they were going into it.
Does he have an audition to it?
Oh, I don't know. I would love to watch that.
Yeah, no, I was like, I want to see that audition.
Because Nolan, I don't know how he got Ledger.
Because I know when I watched a bit of a document. It's not the new documentary of Heath that came out. But I remember.
The new one.
I did like the people talking about him and how he got into character, and when he did Lords of Dogtown, he was the skater guy.
Yes, yeah.
And how he does get into character pretty heavily and all that. I don't have much else to say because I'm not a doctor and thesis and all that stuff. But
no, but this guy,
everyone knew he had some strong acting abilities because he had a strong presence, and even if he was cast as a
and then
romantic lead.
And like this is probably the first film that I ever watched where it's an actor going full method. Like I never saw Daniel Day-Lewis before this.
Oh, okay.
I never saw Robert De Niro because I was like a little kid. I was like 10 or something. I never saw.
Because this came out 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was like 10 or 11. So this was like the first film that I saw where I didn't know it was Heath Ledger at the time.
Yeah, at first you just like, what is this? I mean, I kind of got it. Well, I didn't see it. Well, I'm not even going to finish that sentence.
Twice now. No, but that film, even the little semantics where he applied his own makeup to get the fingernails like dirty from the makeup because it's realistic. It's just a terrorist.
It's just like little stuff like that.
He's a crazy terrorist about wanting to watch the world burn, as Alfred says, and doesn't care about anyone's health or risk. Throws Rachel out the window and walks away. Doesn't even hit Batman on the way. He just watches him fall out the window to try and save her.
Yeah.
And then switch with Harvey Dent and Rachel, like he says the wrong location.
Yeah. Yes.
Because he just doesn't care.
No.
He doesn't care who dies or who lives.
I don't think he doesn't. He
doesn't even care about himself.
Yeah, I was just about to say, even if when he was at the end, when he's hanging upside down or something from the building, he's like, yeah, I can do it. Yeah. Or even on the street, what
does he say? Something's like gravity. All it needs is a little push.
Yeah.
And then he just laughs maniacally. And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
I want to know how much, how much of that was scripted and...
Yeah. I mean, I think the key words would be scripted.
Yeah.
But I think he would just do different roles. I mean, do different takes.
Yeah, his... the way he says it all just works.
Yeah. Alright, what's the next one?
I don't know if you've seen this. You probably haven't.
Maybe not.
Seconds. Film called Seconds.
Seconds.
John Frankenheimer.
Okay.
It's the first film and he did Ronin, as you.
Oh yes, yep.
This film is. I love it because of the cinematography. You normally
I haven't seen it.
in your normal films, each shot would just be sent over the
That
shoulder.
looks like Kevin Spacey.
It's Rock Hudson, actually. Each shot would be like over the shoulder sort of stuff, but all that kind of crap. But
Yeah.
as I'm showing my friend here, it's all fisheye globe from a bottom angle, like tilted on the corner, like the.
I can put some photos in
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah,
as well.
like the cinematography in this is fucking the best I've ever seen.
So what's it about? It's about.
It's about a company that can give you a second life, a new life. So you just have to fake your death, and they'll give you plastic surgery to make you look like someone else. Now this guy does it, and then he starts to not regret, but just
Miss his past life.
Yeah, sort of miss it, but sort of just starts to abuse his new life.
Okay.
And then he says he wants to change into a new life because he screwed this one all up. But they're saying like there's a big long waiting list.
Interesting.
And it's just it's a sort of futuristic
Yeah.
kind of company that does it. It's
Interesting.
It's worth a watch. Cinematography is brilliant. It's like the whole when he's in the new life, like it just seems like a dream sequence because of all the camera angles are just completely
Right. Okay.
not standard.
It's not normal
like
stuff.
Yeah, it's not normal.
Interesting.
And when you watch it, it's crazy. Like there's a whole scene. I mean, it's probably typical for a '60s film, but there's a scene where he takes his girlfriend. Or his girlfriend takes him to like a little party in the woods, and they like crush grapes in a big like bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, those big barrels.
Yeah.
It turns into like a pool of like just crushed grapes and all
that.
Yeah. And like typical '60s, the camera's like all moving around and like following the dancing like hippies and shit. I can't. The cinematography is just perfect in this for me, and I watch it all the time and get astonished. And just enjoy the story.
And I mean, it's all practical. Like it's nothing. Stylish.
Yeah, and there's
post
because it's just simple stuff like that. It has all fisheye, like how that's like leaning up from an angle.
Yeah. And it shows 3 different sides.
Yeah.
So it's like a different person.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
Not bad.
I just remember stuff like that. And
that was like Kubrick.
And it's funny because right at the start, you follow a guy. This is what makes it good. It's the first 30 seconds of the film. You're following a guy walking through a train station, and the camera is like attached to the guy, and just like looking over his shoulder. And it's like sort of like walking with him.
Yeah.
And it's like face on and in front of, and it's just the camera work.
Yeah.
Of that, the first 30 seconds.
Never heard of it.
It's fucking.
I mean, he's an unknown. Well, not an unknown director, but he's a.
He was big in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
He went forgotten about, sort of.
Yeah, until
came back in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah. Not bad. So my number 4 film is possibly the best film about family loss and tragedy.
Family loss and tragedy.
It came out 5 years ago. Denis Villeneuve directed it.
No, Prisoners.
Yeah, Prisoners.
I know that's a good film.
I love that film, man. Honestly,
it's funny because it's sort of like it's kind of like your basic sort of like lost story, but there's something about it. The storytelling is really well done. It seems more extravagant than what it is.
Yeah,
because it's just like I've lost my kid. Where is it? But like it shows kind of every
different
aspect.
Yeah, different perspectives,
and it gives them enough time for you to care and be engaged in it.
And like the first shot that we see of Jake Gyllenhaal, is behind the back, and it just slowly creeps in on him eating Chinese at the Chinese restaurant, and it's like this dark entity in a way. Like he's wearing all black and all that. And then he's got that tattoo as well, and he's got tattoos on his hands or something.
Yeah, that's right. I love his look in that.
Yeah, and the hair's like slicked back. Oh, beautiful.
It's brilliant.
But
I love it.
And his name's Loki as well.
Yeah.
Like the god of mischief.
Mm.
You know? So he...
and it's weird because he's a cop too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's just like...
Yeah.
Complete opposite.
But the whole... Like, I could do a whole video where every character in that film is a prisoner in their own right. So, like, the kids are prisoners because they're being held captive by...
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano and Melissa Leo.
Hugh Jackman's like sort of...
The prisoner of...
His kid being lost.
Yeah,
like, he's stuck
and the tragedy and he can't find them.
And, like...
And the whole family as well.
Yeah, and, you know, and Jake being a cop, he's, like, stuck.
Yeah, he's stuck in this situation because he's never lost a case.
Yeah.
He's always won up until this point.
Yeah, exactly. So he does.
So when things go sideways with different characters and how the story pans out, he's like a prisoner because he's losing most of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
that's a good film. I like it.
And then Paul Dano is a prisoner as well. Because
he's actually being in prison.
As a kid, he was imprisoned by Melissa Leo.
Yeah.
And they just raised him to be one of them.
Dumb mute.
And then who else is in the film? Terrence Howard. He's great.
Oh yeah, Terrence. Yeah. I like Terrence. He just disappeared for a while.
Yeah.
So I did films and then it's one of those actors that get big and then.
Yeah, he just like didn't have a passion for it to do.
I don't know about passion, but
long term thing.
I think it's just. It's kind of like Cuba Gooding Jr. I got an Oscar. Yeah, well, that's the last good film you're ever going to make. 15 years later, he's in American Horror Story.
And The People vs. OJ.
Yeah. And now he's back. Well, he just waited 15 years to play OJ Simpson. That's his comeback.
But for Prisoners, it's like...
It's good storytelling. And
it's great cinematography, because Roger Deakins does it.
Mm.
And the way... like the pullbacks and the pushes and the wide shots as well.
Mm.
And you always feel like this... You get that sense of darkness.
Yeah.
But it's a family film. It's a dark family film. I just love it.
Kind of family film, sort of.
The late, great Johansson did the music for it.
Mm, that's right, yes.
And that score is brilliant.
Yeah.
And that scene with Hugh Jackman, and I'll add it in the video in a second, where he's just going ballistic at the bathroom. In the bathroom. Paul Dano.
And he's saying... He hits the fucking sink with the hammer.
Yeah, tell me, or where is she, or you know.
Yeah.
Like...
But yeah. Nah, fucking top film.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it. Yeah.
Great film. Great film. Alright, what's the next one? As we get to like top 3 or something.
Yeah, top 3. Yeah, for sure. Funny Games.
Oh, okay. So the remake or the original?
Well, I love originals. It's because that's the thing.
It's a foreign film.
No, with the remake and original, same director, same camera shots, same everything. It's just which actors do you prefer?
It's just Americanized.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like
because the original's foreign.
Yeah.
Swedish.
Dutch.
Hungarian.
It's Dutch.
I mean, that's the American one.
Ah, you bastard.
I'm gonna have to do the 97 one.
I love. Look, alright. I'm gonna say I have a hard on for Michael Haneke, who's the director, because his films always. His main subject matter is always the unsubtle evilness of humans. He
Yeah.
shows humans as we are, and the evilness that we can do, like that we are able to do, and it just feels so strong and real.
Yeah.
That's a fucking dog barking in the back. Don't worry about that. It was just like all his films, just like that subtle evilness of humans that it's not over the top like a comic book character or like a shitty action or whatever. It's just like this is what we are capable of, and
I mean, it's true. There are people
even
like
if we have a bit of empathy, we can still do it.
Yeah.
And feel
I mean, anyone
empathetic
can
about
switch.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Oh, exactly. Piss me off enough, you fucking. But funny games, I love it, and it's also got one of the biggest fuck you. I don't know if I should spoil it. You've probably seen it.
I haven't seen all of it.
But that clip where he fast forwards.
What?
Rewinds. Do you know the remote
No.
scene? Okay.
No.
So
vaguely.
Alright, vaguely.
Explain.
The remote scene.
Is it like Click, where he has the power to rewind and go back?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
And
that's cool. I mean, I like that.
I'll say it's a fourth wall break as well.
Because
the remote.
Yeah, okay.
So
he pauses it as well? Does he pause it?
Pause and rewind.
Okay,
and
you can tell me that because
I
don't know the story at all, you know.
Well,
I mean,
I won't tell you the reason he does it, but in the film he does break the wall a couple of times. This one's like I love it because it's the biggest fuck you to cinema. How it's just like you think something good is going to happen with the situation, but then the main bad guy, he grabs the remote, presses pause, and the film pauses.
I like that.
And then he rewinds, and you see the whole scene rewind, and then it plays again, but a different scenario happens.
I like that.
And I'm just like, fucking yes! Yes! Like,
so it plays out, say,
5 minutes or something.
Yeah, I'm just going to spitball here. Like a couple goes into a room, make out, a guy comes in the room, and they say, oops, sorry, and they walk back out. So that's it. That's the scene, right?
Yeah.
So, and then as he's walking out, he grabs the remote, pauses it, rewinds,
yeah, and
then he comes back in and kills them both. Like, that's a different...
Sort of, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But, that
no, I need to watch it.
But when I saw that scene, I was like, this is my favourite film ever. Like, it's probably my number one. I'm going to say it's my number one.
But for now, it's number 3. But not ranked, but...
Yeah.
But for now, it's number 3.
And you've seen the intro. The intro is beautiful because at the start they're just listening to classical music and they're saying, oh, who's this? And it's like, oh, what composes this? This is Vladi. I'm like, no.
So and it's like that shining with the overhead of the car.
Yeah, and you're just like watching the family and they're just...
Going about the day.
You started... Well, they're driving to the vocation.
Yeah.
They drive into their vocation place. And, it's just a shot of the camera in front of the bonnet and they're all just happy and you've been hearing classical music beforehand.
Yeah.
But then the title Funny Game comes up big, pretty much covering the whole screen. Then you hear it's grindcore. It's just
you.
It's just distorted, screaming guitars, drums,
it's like heavy metal
in your face. Yeah. But you still have the same image of the family, enjoying classical music.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? What am I saying here? It's complete opposites happening at the same time. Great. And they're just like, yay!
Because that explains the whole film.
Oh my, yeah.
If I haven't watched it, that explains the whole film.
Yeah, that's what you need in the film. You need the first 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes to explain what your film's gonna be, and then you'd be right.
Yeah.
Because if you do that in half an hour, people are just gonna go away.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I like Clockwork. That's why I like Prisoners. Godfather. All those films.
Yeah, but this is number one. I love.
Alright, so my third favourite film. This used to be number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah, but then the second one is far better than this, in my opinion. But it's equal to number 2 and 1.
Okay.
It's Jaws.
Oh fuck, it's not number 1.
No.
I remember watching before they showed Jaws on like Saturday night or something, there was like a MythBusters special they did, and they were seeing if a shark could drag down a boat. They're seeing if a gun could blow up a gas canister in a shark's mouth, and
and there was another one. Was it the barrel or was it a?
Maybe I think they did try the barrels. They did do the barrels as well with the boat.
Yeah, was it like a 20-foot shark? No, 25 shark. Could that keep down 3 barrels?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
might be something
that
else.
was one of them.
Might be something else.
And I think they got close.
Yeah.
I think a couple of barrels went down.
I haven't seen it in years.
But
this film, like so you have 3 main characters, right? You have Hooper, Brody, and Quint. So at the start, Brody's at the top of his game. You know, he's like the sheriff, chief, and then as the shark comes into play, and the victims get larger in numbers, he dips down as his character because he's on his low point in his life, and then he gets on the boat, and he's like a Wookiee. He doesn't know how to tie knots. He doesn't know how to shoot.
Yeah, it comes into a different...
He's not really... he's afraid of the water.
Yeah.
You know, he's at the low point of his life. And then he eventually saves the day.
Mm.
So you got that dip in the middle...
Yeah, exactly.
...of the character, right?
These little arcs.
So then go to Quint, where he's not in the opening, he's not in the first act.
He's not in the last
he's in
45 minutes, half an hour.
He's in
last act, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like at the bottom because the character's not there.
Yeah.
But then as they get on the boat and he says, "Oh, I can shoot the shark for 10,000 or whatever."
Yeah, you keep the whole mouth, the whole thing.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, truth, Merrill. And then he gets on the boat with Brody and Quint, Brody and Hooper, and he's like the captain. He's the pro. He's really cocky.
Yeah.
You know, he's like the top alpha.
Mm-hmm.
But then, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched this...
dies. And he just drops back right
He just goes down. His death is his weakness.
This is demise.
Is his demise. Everything.
He's gone.
So you got that crossover thing happening.
And then you just...
And then Hooper is just in the middle.
Yeah. He's just like...
For the comedic effects.
He's just worried the whole way. He's like, this is not the shark. Oh my god, that's the shark. Oh god, the shark.
That's a 20-footer. 25. 3-ton.
One of my teachers said a good analysing thing of it is, you know how you see that broken fence near the beach?
Yeah.
That's like the crossbar between the sea and the land.
Yep.
Yeah. That's about all he said. Because how it's all broken and stuff, and it's just like, it is on the edge of all the houses and the grass, but beyond that it's just sand and water, so it's like a different whole territory.
Yeah.
And you're all on the shark's territory there.
Yeah, for sure.
Once you cross that barrier.
For sure. And like that shot where the boy's getting eaten on the
fucking
raft.
Brilliant. I love that.
And just the dolly zoom of Brody.
Yeah.
Where
vertigo zoom.
Yeah, the vertigo zoom. And he, like, the background just goes back and he comes forward.
Yeah.
And it's great.
I do remember the vertigo zoom.
And it's all shot on sand as well. It's like, how did they get the tracks positioned right on the sand?
They would have. I'm sure they would have, like...
Would have they done it handheld?
Nah. Not handheld. It's just moved. Nah, fucking this is Spielberg.
Was it just a steady cam thing? And they just went back?
They would have had tracks. They were just made level.
I mean,
that's fine. Like, interesting. It's like making a sandcastle.
But that film,
it's
great.
Yeah. It's a good
Brilliant.
beer and pizza film. It's a good beer and pizza film. That's how I rate a lot of movies. If it's good for a beer and pizza just to sit and watch and have fun,
that's true. Yeah. That's true. It's a great adventure.
Yeah.
Great adventure film.
Exactly.
Alright, what's your
number 2?
Second
one on the list. This is a very early horror film from the 30s.
Nosferatu?
No, but that's a masterpiece. This is Speaking.
It's
from the same director. I'll just say it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I can't.
Freaks.
Never seen it.
fucking the thing I love about it's pretty much about the circus and all the sideshow freaks in their life, and then one of the main freaks is a little guy, and he's sort of like what's the conductor for all the other guys? He's sort of like not the head guy, but he's the main freak.
Yeah.
And he's starting to fall in love with a trapeze artist who's that normal sized woman.
Yep.
But she loves a strong man. And then
Okay.
those two start to tease the little boy.
Okay.
Sorry, the little
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And he gets upset and all that, and all the other freaks. Because, they're all the same. They feel like they're being teased as well. And they are, at a point too, they all start to get teased by the strong man and the girl. And so that's the main story. And the thing I love about it is the final moments of it when the freaks start to attack the strong man and the girl.
Is it a horror or is it?
It's a horror.
Okay.
And it's probably, I think it's the greatest horror film ever because it actually used like circus freaks.
Yeah, right.
And the final scenes are probably some of the most scariest scenes I've seen in a long time. Because when they attack, it's pouring down fucking rain, and it's a black and white film, so it's old, so it has that grain look to it as well. And there's shots of a limbless man, so he's got no arms and legs, so he's just like wobbling towards the girl.
Okay.
He's got a switchblade in his mouth.
Okay.
And it's pissing down fucking rain, and he's like wobbling under one of those like horse cart carriages, wobbling towards a girl where she's screaming, and you just see him with a switchblade in his mouth. Like it's those images are fucking, and you just see like the little midgets coming out from the wheels and carriages, all with knives and shit, and they're just walking in the pouring fucking rain in the mud, just walking to these people with knives and all that. It's like some of those images are some of the fucking intense, scariest.
I can imagine what it looks like just by that description.
Some of that, and because it's just those images are just fucking brilliant, and it still sticks with me. And even though like I love horror films to death, but like this, apart from The Exorcist, something that gives you true horror is Freaks for me. Yeah. It actually shows like true horror because this is not like effects or anything. This is actual real people. This is like real midgets, real limbless people, real like.
Is it real limbless?
Yeah, this is actual people. Like, and one of the guys.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
And one of the torso. No, he's the torso. But what's the other guy? I can't remember his name, but he's got like from his waist down, he's got no body. So he's just his arm and his waist up, or his belly button up. And you just see him walking, he's got a fucking knife, and it's brilliant.
What, he's on the ground from his...
Yeah, well, that's how he walks around. He just walks around.
I thought he'd just be in a wheelchair or something.
Nah, well, this is the 30s, and this is like...
Oh, they had stuff.
No one cared about them back then. But like,
that's true.
It's just fucking brilliant.
Interesting.
Like, to actually give people proper horror.
Yeah.
I think that film did it. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Next.
Never seen it.
What? Yeah.
I've never seen like all those 30s films of horror.
I'm good.
It
took me. I started watching them last year. Actually, it took me a while.
Yeah, that's true. So
number two.
Another Jake Gyllenhaal film. Where. Okay, so I'm a big crime guy. True crime.
I thought you were going to say Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh, okay. No,
I mean, I'm a big Jake Gyllenhaal fan as well.
Yeah, I like him too.
But
he's nice. Yeah, I know this film.
Yeah. So the film's Zodiac, and directed by David Fincher.
I feel like I should have known this whole list because you told me this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I'm just so naive.
I know, we talked about it like a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So I haven't seen that film. It's the rebirth of Robert Downey Jr. too.
Yes. Because before this, he did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and then before that, he was gone.
Yeah, he was on his drugs in jail and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good film. I like it.
Because this was 2007.
I love serial killers, so
yeah.
I do enjoy it.
I mean, it's a true story.
Yeah.
And the way Fincher directs it, where
And
everything's the same from what you've heard in interviews and all that.
And I do enjoy like a lot of these true crime films. They're not written well for the serial killer. Sometimes they solve it just for the Hollywood aspect of that bullshit.
Right. So they don't.
But like with Zodiac, because it's an unsolved case, like at the end they do end off with one of the main suspects, but they never get a chance. So it is they do follow the story really well.
I know, right?
But with a lot of other ones like that, they just they Hollywood it up because they just change the script to make people
because true crime is the genre where it's like horror or comedy. If it's done well, it's a masterpiece. Like Seven. I mean, not Seven. That's not true crime. But all these crime films like Seven, Zodiac, Usual Suspects, you know, all those dark, gritty films. Like if they're all done well and they're masterpieces. But then if you do like a soft, shallow film, just focusing on one character, just to tell a story of how they figure out the killer, it's just bland. Yeah. You know?
It just, I mean, even though Jake was the main
he's the main guy because the book's based.
Still had Mark Ruffalo, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah. He's the cop, David Toski or Toshi. I think his name is Toski.
It's America.
Yeah. And Robert Downey Jr. plays a journalist for can't remember the paper that they are with. Oh, I should know this. Anyways,
San Francisco Times.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, probably. So it's based in 67 or 68.
Well, when the Zodiac murders happened, so.
Well, yeah, I mean 68 to 74, you know. And like this, the opening is just brilliant.
That's when he kills the first two people.
The opening is when he kills.
Overlook kissing.
Yes.
Area.
And they're in the car, and Hurdy Gurdy Man just starts playing in the distance.
Yeah.
The song by Donovan.
Yeah.
And you just hear the song coming, and it's like, oh shit.
And then about to get real.
And then the car just comes and parks behind them, with the headlights on, and then it just drives off.
Yeah.
And then it turns around. You can hear the screeching of the wheels.
Yeah.
And it comes back, and then he just gets out of the car, shoots the two people, and just runs off.
Exactly. No, it's a good film. I like it.
It's hard to know.
And I like it. The lighting too is very dark and a bit greenish.
Yeah, it's all green.
I do remember that.
It's all green.
I like green.
I don't know.
I think this is really. Should have started color, shouldn't I?
Just ask him. But like at the ends, I don't want to spoil it.
Well, I can't really spoil it because the Zodiac guy never got.
Well, I know. But people who haven't watched it and want to watch it,
the killer wins.
Just watch it for yourself. But the ending is one of the best endings in films ever, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just it's the epilogue of the whole story, and it's with one character, and he just points out the killer. From the opening scene.
Yeah, the guy at the start.
Yeah, Mike Migeau, I think the character's name is. And it's like that actually happens. Like everything happens.
Yeah, it's a good retelling.
Yeah, it's one of the best adaptations ever.
For like a true crime.
Yeah.
And there are a few, but really
Alright, what's your... Alright, so
Number one was hard because it's tied between three films. I don't know which one.
Oh, Jesus, you did like a top 13.
The two would beat one of them.
Okay.
Alright, I'm just going to say Exorcist, Chainsaw Massacre, and Suspiria.
Ooh, so you
Chainsaw-
went with the horror route.
Yeah.
With all three.
Chainsaw Massacre, I think, is an absolute masterpiece because every scene has got tension in it from the fucking get go. As soon as the start, the camera clicks and you see the dead body, and that final scene, like it's one of the best endings.
Yep.
Just how it's just fucking.
Yep.
The chainsaw is roaring.
I know. Like,
And I just love it because the grain of it and the low budget works with it.
oh yeah, for sure. It's like it's
to make it feel dirty.
It's like that
makes it
and
feel
Wolf
dirty.
Creek and all those films where it's low
So another
budget.
good true crime film.
Yeah, that's true.
But Texas Hours, it's a masterpiece. I think I saw it on the big screen at the House Store.
No, I would say
it
on the big
was
screen.
Watching it there again after a long time was like, this is brilliant. Each scene, it's got the dirtiness,
Yep.
the grain,
It's based on
the
a true
tension.
story, isn't it?
It's
Or loosely.
It's one of the several films based off Ed Gein, like Psycho, Texas, and there was another one.
Based off of what?
Ed Gein,
Oh, right. Oh, the book.
serial killer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it was like a cross-dresser.
Right.
The grave robber.
Yep.
So, but yeah, like Texas, I think that's a masterpiece, and I love the tension, and I love the best thing about that film is apart from the start where the guy grabs his friend's so the hitchhiker they pick up grabs one of the guy's little switchblades and cuts his hand.
Yeah.
That's the only blood you see in the film.
Yeah.
All the violence you never see. Like the girl being on the hook,
yeah.
you don't actually see it. The guy in the wheelchair with the chainsaw, you don't see that. And that's...
It's great because it's leaving the audience for their imagination to interpret what
and
is going on.
Exactly. And funny thing with all that, all the video nasties in the UK that happened in the 70s, I remember watching an interview and one of the main head guys, with the video nasties banning all these horror films, but they think it would make people crazy because fucking all these old people are retarded.
Yeah.
They had to just ban Texas outright because as much as they cut it down, it was still scary.
Yeah.
So even though you didn't see, you know what's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
So Texas is brilliant. Suspiria for the lighting, the story, the music and lighting, and make that film.
I need to watch that film.
It's a masterpiece. If you've seen Neon Demon,
I've seen that.
Neon Demon fucking wouldn't be anything, wouldn't have existed.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't for this film.
For sure. I mean, I can tell by the lighting and the color scheme.
It's absolutely beautiful. The soundtrack by Goblin is fucking brilliant. It's a great. It's like a slasher film, but witchcraft, and a lot of witchcraft films are. I mean, there's some good actually. I mean, The Wicker Man is amazing.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is
good.
good.
No, not that one.
Haxon is great, but there's not a lot of good witchcraft films.
It's just because it's hard to tell that film. I mean, that type of film.
Yeah.
You know.
But Suspiria is beautiful. I love it.
And what was the other one? Exorcist.
Because
with
me, Freaks and The Exorcist are probably the two greatest horror films ever made. To actually give you proper scares, make it instead of just something for
instead of jump scares or
not for the shock factor. This is actually this film. I don't think these films were done for shock factor. It's just
no. It's just a show.
I mean, maybe The Exorcist a little bit because you got a kid possessed and she's swinging around on the bed and all that. A bit of shock, but still,
it's not
even all the little bits of hearing the girl say "Your mother sucks cocks in hell, Karis, you faithless slime," and "fucking you, Jesus," and just a little kid saying the word "cunt" in 1970.
Yeah, that's true.
And saying fucking yourself, all that is.
I don't know how they got that.
Shock
I don't know
value,
how.
But still, it's that's horror.
Yeah.
That's proper horror.
And the way it's...
And even the subtle jump scare when the lights flicker on and off and Ellen Burstyn's in the kitchen, you see
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays it's just all about
it's just
jump scares and shock
and you
factor.
See it coming a mile away.
And it's still cheap scares just to get the cheap buck.
But yeah,
yeah, great film. Really great film.
Yeah, I can't. I think Exorcist might win. Suspiria close second, and then Texas.
Not bad.
But yeah,
Exorcist is a great film. I need to
and
get
then
on
the
Blu-ray.
fucking what's the Charming Bells? What's the song? What's the song called? I forgot it. Something Bells. I was playing it on guitar. I've been playing it. It starts with a C. Doesn't it?
Carol of the Bells.
Nah.
No, it's not one. I can't.
Yeah, nah.
I'm dead.
Tubular Bells.
Oh yes,
Yes.
yep.
Tubular. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Exorcist.
Great film.
It's perfect for a horror film.
Yeah, it's probably the best horror film, or one of the best, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's my list.
So my number one, you probably know, because I've told you a bunch.
Probably.
So I tried to keep out of doing 2 films from the same director on this list.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I didn't want to do 2 PTAs or 2 Finchers or whatever, you know.
I didn't. Yeah.
But with Nolan, I can't do just one film.
Dunkirk.
No. No.
Okay.
2010. Leonardo. Inception.
Oh, Inception.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Inception.
Is your favourite film ever?
Everything about the film. Everything about
Every
the film.
wink the actor does.
Yes.
Wink, breath they take is just a pure
Yes.
cinematic masterpiece.
You talk about acting, cinematography, editing, score, directing, story, effects, camera work.
Yeah.
Everything
I do
about
love the
that
fight
film.
scene in the corridor.
Oh,
With Jason.
and
just
it's
spinning
all
around.
practical. They did it for
I
real.
like. That's why I do love Nolan, because he does. He's going with practical effects. He loves that stuff.
Yeah,
and
he loves
wants
that. He loves that.
And that's why people enjoy it. That's why he has good fucking films, because practical effects. Come on, people, fucking listen.
But for Inception, it's such a complex film, and it's so original. Like, it's not a book. It's not a you know, TV show.
Yeah.
Anything, you know.
I like we were talking about it before too. It's like the ending's open ended, because it's like Leonardo doesn't really give a shit if the spin-up stops or not, because he sees his wife and kid, and that's all he fucking
He doesn't
wants.
See his wife at the very end. He just sees his 2 kids with Michael Caine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
I thought he saw his wife.
he sees his wife near the end, and it's like a reunion sort of thing.
Well, either way,
but
he sees what
he just wants his kids.
Yeah, he sees what he wants.
Yeah,
and he's like, yeah, I'm fine.
And if that's heaven or if that's reality,
well,
I don't care.
Purgatory,
he doesn't care.
Yeah. So calm down, people. I'm sick of reading your bloody.
But so it's just about a guy who can't go back home because he's been accused of killing his wife.
Yes.
That's all. And so Ken Watanabe.
So he goes into every other dimension apart from that.
And so Ken Watanabe proposes his job of a mind thief to steal from Cillian Murphy so that he can help Ken Watanabe's business. So he can help Leonardo to go back home.
Yes.
It's just a business transaction.
It's pretty intense.
And it's a heist film as well.
Yeah.
As well.
It's an action-adventure heist.
Yep. Thriller as well. Family drama. But
maybe.
The way Nolan writes it, where the scene with Ellen Page and she has to draw a maze for Leonardo.
When they first meet?
Yeah, it's when they first meet, and he's proposing for her to be the architect.
Yeah.
And he says, "Okay, draw me a maze that I can solve, that I can't solve within a minute." And so she does like 2 circles, and he goes, "Gotta be better." And so she does 2 rectangles, and he just does it straight away because he's like a pro. But then she draws a circle, and he's like, "Oh, I can't figure it out." And that's the best foreshadowing at its best.
At its best.
At its best.
At its best.
At its best. At its best.
Was it The Godfather 1 or 2. Maybe 2. Now it's 2. Best foreshadowing. Godfather.
Oh yeah, I mean Inception's better.
No.
Inception's better.
But Godfather's a better film.
Shut up. But so Leonardo can't figure out where to go in the maze with under a minute. And that's the best foreshadowing ever, because at the end, when they're trying to escape every layer, when they're trying to go back to normal reality,
How many layers?
they go through
8?
4.
4? Okay.
4. They go through the hotel, the van.
Yeah,
that's the first one.
The
The
hotel.
hotel, the snowy place, Ken Watanabe's security system, and then the final one with his wife.
Was there one in the streets?
That's like early on.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it in a while.
But like the foreshadowing in that film, where he can't figure out where to go in that maze, and then at the end he doesn't know how to get out. It's just like he knows it was coming.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you kind of knew from
The get-go.
almost the start.
Yeah.
Because, as you said, that's what the business transaction was at the end. Like, I'll get you reunited with your family.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, even if he was getting lost in the maze or whatever, he still ended up with his family. So he's like, alright.
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet.
I mean, they don't say that, explicitly.
Yeah, well, no one doesn't say that.
But it's implied.
It makes people think, and now people are overthinking. So maybe this is probably the thing with Nolan. Probably just stop overthinking. Just think of like the one simple thing.
Yeah.
It's just that one simple thing.
Yeah, it's a simple story of a
which is
guy
probably
wanting to go back
just
home
like-
to see his family.
All those theories on the spinning top is like maybe he just doesn't care
Yeah,
where he is.
yeah.
How about you think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Like,
Oh, man. But that film does me wonders. I froth at the mouth
it
of
takes me
that
to a
film.
special place.
Best heist film, best Leonardo film, best Nolan film.
Nah, Leonardo's killing great. This one is like, wake
That's
up,
good.
wake up, man. Wake up. Let's wake up, man.
Oh, you should be an actor.
Yeah, voice acting. That's terrible.
So that's it. That's our
Top
10 favourite films
Fucking took
For
longer
now.
than I thought.
for now.
Yeah, for you for now.
Yeah, like us on Twitter, follow us at Breaking TFW, subscribe from here, and like our Facebook page. That's all we have to say.